I'm going to use them at this time. We'll have another meeting. What is it? 3 o'clock. We have another one. Yes, sir. Okay. And hopefully be able to flesh out some of those numbers. But suffice it to say, this has been a very devastating and deadly flood. I happen to live on Highway 39, which was the Guadalupe River this morning, and from the benchmarks from the people that my wife bought the property from years ago, this far surpasses the 87 flood. I'm happy to say that the water did not get in the house. It got my office and the fence and the gate and the outbuildings, but when you look out your front door and you see the Guadalupe River running, it'll wake you up, let me tell you. With that, we can confirm that we are jointly working with each other. We don't have specific counts on the number of helicopters or different pieces of equipment at this point. Again, we'll probably try to have a little bit more information about that at 3 o'clock. But what we need is cooperation and prayers. And for the cooperation, if there are any people that are interested in trying to donate with this response, please do that with the American Red Cross and identify this event, the Guadalupe River flood, and we'll let them handle that. And with that, I want to introduce the mayor. We share responsibilities. Both I do the county, he does the city, but he is the senior emergency manager for the city. Mayor?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for being here. My role today is to say thank you. Thank you to the men and women who are working to save lives, save property. This came at night when people were asleep in bed. Please pray for our community. Thanks.
And with that, we'd like to open it up for questions.
Kayla Washington here with KXAN.
Wait.
What was the same story?
The report was that we had numerous kids from Camp Mystic missing, and I just saw that they may have been all accounted for. Can you guys confirm that the camps are accounted for at this point?
Okay. Judge?
I can respond to that. We can't say for sure that they're all accounted for. We know that there are some missing. We know where some of them are stranded, and we've worked to confirm that with the people out of Camp Mystic. But in terms of exactly how many are missing and unaccounted for, we're not sure about that number. But we have a bunch of them that we're trying to get back.
I'm building on that. Rudy Kosky with Fox 7 out of Austin. These kids, were they in trees? You know, where were these rescues and how were these rescues done?
I don't know the answer to that question.
And by who? Was it National Guard, DPS?
I don't know.
Jayla Washington here with KXAN. I know you guys aren't giving specific numbers. Would you be able to give us any indication of the people who you guys have found who unfortunately did pass away? Are they older? Are they younger?
Actually, most of them, we don't know who they are. We're having to fingerprint them at the funeral home. And one of them was completely naked. We didn't have any ID on him at all. So we're trying to get the identity of these folks, but we don't have it yet.
There are other camps that we are having viewers ask us about. The Heart of Hills Girls Camp and another Boy Scout camp. We have a lot of parents who are watching right now who are concerned about their kiddos at several of these camps. Have you heard any?
We have a lot of camps.
Right.
And I live right across from Rio Vista Camp. There are questions about that too. I don't know any specifics about any of the individual camps. What I do know is that everybody is doing their very, very best and trying to get this identified as much as we can.
Parents who have their kids at these camps, how can they find out if their kids are safe?
Call the camp.
Do we have any idea how many rescues you already attempted this morning, swiftwater rescues? Any ideas on that?
Dozens. Dozens.
Can you talk to us about what kind of warning system might have been in place last night just to make sure that everybody got out safely?
We do not have a warning system on the river.
Earlier, I was told that the boats couldn't even be deployed near the Junction Highway. The boats were on standby. You're waiting on aircraft. Is that still the case right now? These are all aircraft rescues of boats.
I don't know anything about that.
Judge, Why weren't these camps evacuated yesterday? Texas Department of Emergency Management put out an all-call and said, there's going to be a problem. We knew there was going to be a problem. Why weren't these camps evacuated?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
Well, you're the judge. I mean, you're the top official here in this county. Why can't you answer that? There are kids missing. These camps were in harm's way. We knew this flood was coming.
We didn't know this flood was coming. Rest assured, no one knew this kind of flood was coming. We have floods all the time. This is the most dangerous river valley in the United States.
I agree.
And we deal with floods on a regular basis. When it rains, we get water. We had no reason to believe that this was going to be anything like what's happened here. None whatsoever.
Do you have any streamlined process for families who are still?
Yes. We have some reunification locations. In West Kerr County, it's at the Ingram Elementary School. And for here in Kerrville, it's at the Arcadia, I think. Is that right? And then they'll have to coordinate. You know, ultimately, the two have to coordinate to see who we have and who we don't. So.
There were some families who were where to go to find your family members. Is there going to be one streamlined process to try to keep everything organized here?
We have the two locations. That's as good as we can do right now.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to these families? Anything that you'd like to let them know what you guys are doing?
All I can tell you is that everybody is doing everything. Kids take the adults as well, get them reunified. But that's all we can say is we got a whole lot of people that are in the sheriff's office, a whole lot of people with KPD and KFD.
Can you speak to the specifics of what all the agencies that have been brought into the community to help with this this event?
Well, obviously there's the DPS, and I worked with the MKID. Do we have any others? Yeah, TPW.
Texas Parks and Wildlife, Texas
Yeah,
Task
go ahead.
Force.
Thank you. So some of the resources that are out there right now, we're working with Texas Department of Emergency Management through their processes and their teams. And by the way, I'm Dalton Rice, the city manager for City of Kerrville. Through Texas Department or through TD, all the different access can be county disaster declarations or even federal assets as far as. So we are as many possible agencies. We've had cities reach out to us across the board within their.
Dalton, can you speak to like city structure, water, and
So KPUB, our Kerrville Public Board, they reported recently about 2,700 outages. They are currently ongoing. Most of it was down power lines. I know my house is still without power. We have multiple sources of water, typically groundwater and surface water. With the floods like this, we did have a damage to the surface side, and we shut it down just because of the chemicals in the environment side. We are operating off of well water currently. We do encourage everybody to exercise extreme conservation. We are currently not in a boil water notice, but that could change. So as we continue to work through this, we will continue to communicate and update anything as far as water, mostly water and power. But please conserve. We are working with various shelters. I don't have the list on me right now, but I know that's circulating. We are working with some other donations and providers for bottled water, for food, and for other resources, along with children. I did just get a report, too, that we do have some mental health task force as well that are in the area, should we need any mental health task force as well.
Anything new with evacuations now, because the rain does continue? Anything that you want to tell people out there while you've got the audience here about if people need to evacuate with the rain and the water continuing?
Yeah, last question on the evacuation piece. We obviously, this is a very ongoing situation. We're continuing to monitor the weather, pay attention to your local media sources. We are continuing to get information out there. We are encouraging people to either shelter be hit, which sometimes do happen. This is a more widespread North Fork, South Fork issue that all kind of converged and hit everything at once. So we encourage people to shelter in place. If you can, across the cities or counties. This is mostly just small subdivisions or RV parks or certain key assets within or areas within the city and the county. So, thank you.
So let's get,
Can I ask a question?
one question.
Thank you. There are a lot of questions about why people weren't notified and what we did. Had KPD since early this morning,
All right.
talking on Facebook. There were warnings, and I saw there today at Command Center at 7:30 in the morning.
Real quick on this one, I was running the river trail at 3 a.m. this morning just because I'm that guy, and there was no signs of it. The rain was here on the river. This happened very quickly over a very short amount of time that could not be predicted, even with the radar. Our team constantly reviews radar, constantly has NWS or National Weather Service messages. We send them out on a regular basis and we communicate effectively. This is not like what happened today. So this happened in less than a 2-hour span, very, very quickly.
Right now, please another update later in the day.
The next conference will be here. If I miss something, or if I could do like the overview that you gave at the beginning, or but no.
No, other than that, it was really important we didn't get comments. And the state had the mission piece on the flag.
But that's now you guys don't count how many people are missing.
We know some things, but we're not sharing it right now because it's changed.